Subscribe game channel.
Hello friends, welcome to the second guide video series. In this video, I will tell you about 2 ways to make a fame farm. There are many more ways to do this, but I will talk about the 2 most effective methods for beginners. Before I start the fame farm, I would like to make a brief introduction. Let's open the minimap with the N hotkey. As you can see, there are symbols of various NPC. At this stage, the most needed NPC is the market, bank, and repair station. I will explain their location and symbols in more detail in the next videos. The rest of the symbols are purely for crafting. So let's start. The most important rule of Fame Farm is that the items you want to develop must be attached to you. One of the most common mistakes beginners make during development is to wear random items, develop items they don't know how to use, and then regret it. Therefore, I would like to briefly talk about the logic of the items. Clothes, it is divided into 3, cloth, leather, and plate. Cloth armor combines in the warrior and consists of 3 types: hood, body, and boots. These 3 types are divided into 9 branches each. When each of the 9 types level up, they give bonus rope to the others. Therefore, if you are using a cloth head, the other 8 cloth heads will allow you to reach the highest power every time you level up. This applies to other clothing types and weapon types. The same logic continues in leathers and plates. The only thing that separates the outfits from each other is only one skill. If you noticed, all the features are the same except for one ability. This applies to cloth, leather, plate, and weapons. Remember, only one skill. The only difference between weapons and clothes is that the clothes consist of 9 types and the weapons consist of 7 types. Yes, after some necessary information, we are ready to start our fame farm. Since we're just starting out, we're starting from the lowest map, namely the 3rd level map. By opening the mini-map, we can see which door we need to exit through. Just at this point, a short but important information: I recommend that you make it a habit to progress with the mini-map, because it will be very useful to you in the future. Before leaving, I would like to tell you about a potion from the market that will be very useful for you during the fame farm. Poison Potion. With this item, you will be able to inflict extra poison damage to monsters. It will be very effective, especially on the monsters and bosses you have difficulty with. I'm buying 1 piece to show, you can buy more depending on your money. Yes, method 1 is open world. You will hear this definition a lot. Because, I can say that it is among everyone's favorites because it is a very effective method when making fame farm, especially solo players. In this method, you will be able to make a high fame farm by killing the monsters you find anywhere on the map. What I like most about this method is always traveling and killing monsters. You don't have much boredom because you're walking around. I would like to talk about a region that you should pay attention to on the map. This area is called Static Dungeon. When you see such a region on the blue, yellow, red, or black maps, if you are not in any party, I would not recommend you to go until you learn the game. Because, the creatures inside will be too strong for you to kill alone. Yes, if you are doing open world, be careful to kill monsters in the circular ring that opens when you get off your mount. Be careful not to go outside. This will be an insurance for you in dangerous areas. Let's see the effect of the Poison Potion. I think it's pretty effective. And some monsters will be brightly colored. Especially try to kill these creatures. Because, these monsters give more silver and fame. Hard to kill but worth it. If you are traveling on the 3rd level map, you will only find 3rd level monsters, materials and dungeons on this map. Don't look for the higher levels in vain. And when you see such monsters on the map, don't bother killing for fame farm purpose. These monsters are for gathering. You can collect them after killing them. Yes, let's move on to the second fame farm method, solo dungeon. Solo dungeon entrances are those that glow green like this. Similar to this entry type, if it reflects a different light, it's not a single-player dungeon entry. The colors of the butterflies on it can vary as green, blue, purple and yellow. These do not change the level, but it is a sign that the level of difficulty, the fame and items you will earn inside are higher. In the solo dungeon, the minimap appears as a question mark. Because the paths you will take, the monsters inside and the number of floors may differ in each dungeon. The aim of the solo dungeon is to progress by killing the monsters inside and to come to the challenging bosses and kill them to get your rewards from the chests behind them. There are small green drinks in this road. These drinks give a variety of passions. For a while, of course. These are defense and health regen, movement speed and attack gain, energy regen, and cooldown buffs. It's to help you finish dungeons faster. You can see larger of these buffs instead of chests behind some bosses. There are 2 types in the big ones. Grants fame or silver. You can drink the little ones without killing the monsters, but it is not possible to drink the big ones without killing the bosses. Here the roads diverge. Be careful, warrior, don't get lost. The division of the path is a sign that the dungeon is continuing, and the other is that you are moving towards a boss. Yes, we came to the boss. In some dungeons, you can see red TNT barrels from place to place. When you attack them, they will explode after a certain time. Turn this against you and collect the monsters in its circle, then try to explode it. It will do quite a bit of damage. We killed the boss. The chest behind is divided into 4 types. Green, blue, purple and yellow. Of course, these increase the value of the chest. Let's see how much money we will earn from our first chest. Let's open it. But remember, as the colors increase, the power of the boss will increase. Let me give a brief information about this scene. As you can see, the HP bar is low and I'm at war. But the HP is still charging. The reason for this is, the monster hasn't touched me yet. I avoid it. This may seem like redundant information, but it is information that can save lives. Yes. What if monsters kill us inside the dungeon? What will happen? Of course, we fall to the ground and wait to get up. Of course, as a penalty for this situation, a small repair fee will be charged for our belongings and the items in our bag. However, as this number of deaths increases, so will the cost of repair. Be careful. You just started the game, money is important to you. At this stage you will need HP and MP. Because the soup level is low and you have nothing to replenish the MP. You can fill both HP and MP using the skill in your jacket. But beware, you cannot use this ability during battle. And we come to the final boss. You can tell by the mark on the ground that he is the final boss of the dungeon. However, the shapes and colors of these signs may differ according to the dungeons. It is not possible to go any further after seeing this sign. In this boss, let's cut it with the dagger we dropped from the chest. I tried with bow, but it wasn't enough. Avoid the boss's abilities as much as possible. We killed the boss and opened the chest. It's time to exit. We exit with the A key. After getting on our mount, we can teleport to the safe area where we last exited by pressing the R key on the skill page that opens. But for a fee. I think this feature is a very effective feature after the activities we do in remote areas. The order in which you perform this action, if you are attacked or moved, this action will be broken. Your first action when you return to the city. Get your stuff repaired. We have come to the end of the second part of the guide section. Don't forget to follow and like. Thank you for your time. See you in part 3. Goodbye.
Subscribe game channel.